Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. Have a cold today, so no video of me, but I have an important task. I want to do some cooling with this nuclear fallout. Last time I tried to figure it out without looking anything up. I haven't looked anything up, but you guys have left a few comments. See something from Daonic, Cedric, and Cheatered. I'm going to take some of your advice. I'm going to start off with just insulating here. We'll cool down this spot, but what I understand now that I've got to do, I need to get this nuclear fallout to turn to nuclear liquid waste. We need to get down to, I guess, about 70 degrees. So we'll use this thermo aqua tuner to do that. Just checking, make sure why no one is going down to build this high priority task. We've got some Atmos suits available. Whoa. Idle. Hold on. Am I missing something? Move to. You can get down here. But you can't. Oh, hello. The door's locked. Alright. Maybe it would help if we do that. So we'll do. My goal is get this sealed off. We'll get this spot cooled down. 1,000 degrees right now. Oh, way too warm. And then we'll pick up from there. So, still not going anywhere. So I guess the dupes don't have access to open this door. If we get you to go down here. Oh, I did not know that. Maybe this tile here has to be destroyed in order to allow this to happen. Maybe. Why? Wait a minute. Why can this door I could do open rather auto? Okay, there we go. Alright, we're into business now. I'm using obsidian here because obviously we have some extreme heat underneath us. We're at 900 degrees, so my thinking is I need to interact with this hot environment, but in a much more controlled way. I need to make sure I give enough time for this liquid to be created here and dump that in some manner. Maybe dig out this area, kind of figure out how we're going to do that as we go. Alright, once this is in place, I'll let this run for a bit. I already see that we've dropped into the 800s, heading towards the 700s, hundreds, excuse me, and so on. Continuing to let this run, getting down to about 400s, which is good. A little bit of exposure of nuclear fallout out here. Just adding in a little bit of extra insulation as well. While waiting for that to cool, I've got an alarm that I've got not oxygen in my line. I see that some hydrogen has slipped through. I'm just going to allow that in. Check to make sure we've got water in, so that's not the issue. This is the first time in a long time, actually since I installed this for that matter, that's happened. Let's make an adjustment, maybe 400. Oh, not oxygen yet again. And maybe I'll make this 1100. See if that works out any better. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, okay, maybe, let's go back. I'll put these settings here. That's 50. No, I meant that to be 500. I don't think that was the problem. Let's make that 500. Let's return this to 1,000. I think the numbers were actually working perfectly. The issue is we've got too much hydrogen. That's finally backed up here. First thing I'm going to... Oh, we also made a mess. Who made a mess? Over on this asteroid we... Uh-oh. Okay, we've got a water issue. Where's my water coming from? Oh, my water's coming from down here, and we finally have run out. Okay. Something else I have to address. So to address this situation, I'm going to send some of this nuclear waste out in this direction. We'll, okay, that not oxygen alarm's going to get quite annoying soon. It should start to go away after we add in the setup over here, though. And then I think an infinite storage of hydrogen is due. You can see I have not really been attending to my bases. I've been experimenting on this nuclear waste project. A little bit of liquid on the floor in places. Okay, where is that friggin' hydrogen storage? Okay, so that is online now. Let's see if this is going to fix our issue. Still need to consume hydrogen for power. Okay, that, oh, maybe not, maybe not. Excellent. Okay. All right, we'll come back to the hydrogen storage. Let's see that we're actually emptying this. Reverse this, reverse that. Still just a few more pieces. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take water from this world, my teleportation equipment down here. I've got a water line. Plenty of water, that's not the problem. So we'll take this, treat that over on the other asteroid, and then use that for our new water source. Make sure we've got the last little bit of nuclear waste out of our line. What I'm going to do is I'm just a little bit concerned about having one pump serve both bases. So I built a second pump here. That's going to be designed to take liquid all the way up. Actually, now that I see this, I guess that little section is not necessary. Just directly connected to that, like that. Hold on. Whoa, whoa. So that would technically work, except that's just going to dump it on the ground, which is not the point. Over here, we've got our nuclear waste liquid coming in. Now I've got to figure out what we're going to do with that. Put in some temporary outhouses here. And I also forgot that I actually have a source of water over on this asteroid. There's a liquid pump right here. So what I'm going to do is, I think that is going from here to our treatment, remove germs, and then being teleported out of this asteroid. So instead of working that way, why don't we design this such that it shares in right there. Probably have some non-polluted water in this line causing some issues. 100,000. Food's not an issue. Let's not worry about the farm. Maybe we'll go back to growing one of these reed fibers. Thimble reed, single one for now. Oops, just finishing some wiring over in this area. Gotta bring in some power. Maybe do that from the bottom like this. So this is our backup water supply, so I'm going to rely on the polluted water vent that's here, but maybe we'll run out at some point. So what I'll do is I'll just send some water down this direction, connect into this. It's going to be a bit warmer on this pipe, so we'll insulate until we merge at this point. Let's check on our temperature. I don't see any liquid. We've gotten down, still quite hot. About 200 or so here over on the side, still 700 in places. So I guess this is kind of the idea is I want to separate where I'm going to have the cooler environment. Oh, I see this guy getting too cold, which is a sign that maybe I should kind of do this type of thing. Over on this other asteroid, I haven't put in the hydrogen line, but I noticed that these polluted water vents were not doing anything, so I've reconstructed that so that they're both flowing. Not liking that. There we go. Looks a little bit better. Oh, except I've got to reverse this and that so that we can get this guy flowing as well. Having that dump down here, taking the coolness through this environment, that wouldn't do some harm. Cooling down. In fact, where his temperature's gotten, where's that temperature gotten to? -9. I kind of wish that was a little bit colder, but it's fine for now. That's just sloshing all that liquid right here. Let's have a quick look to see. Oh, tons of liquid on this side too. Cool. Seem to be confused by doors today. I don't know why. Dupe's not going down here to build this little construction. They can reach this point. I don't understand why they can't go. What am I missing? Wait for this dupe to arrive. They cannot get through. The door's not locked. Last time it was locked, I understand, but I mean, clearly they like. I mean, I can open the door. That can, or are they even able to? This this is confusing. I don't really want to have that opened. Because obviously we're gonna leave. Not super ideal. Okay, let's get this built. What I might just have to do is create a tile instead of doors for some reason. Actually, we have a liquid airlock. That's kind of nice. Alright. Well, I don't know if it's going to stay that way. But if it does, that might be really nice. Maybe we don't need a door in that case. Cut this so that goes like that. Oh. I mean, that's... Now I need more nuclear waste, which I've been putting down here. I'm going to build a pump down here where I've got some nuclear waste. We'll do some filtering, have everything else dump up here, and then send this nuclear waste line down into this. Maybe we don't need any more to go down there. It's kind of nice I caught that. Currently still quite warm, but not running this all the time, which we're trying to fix right now. We're going to be leaking heat. Maybe for the time being we'll do this. And I see that we are getting things that are too hot. Maybe let's do the fact that we've been leaking way too much with all this experimentation, so I'll reconstruct with maybe gold amalgam. As I replace these with gold amalgam, I'm putting in that infinite storage for hydrogen over here. So hopefully we won't be in a situation of sending hydrogen down where oxygen should be. I also will eventually be able to get rid of all of these over time if I'm going to have that storage available to me. Just putting the finishing touches on this hydrogen storage system. Got our liquid in place. I want to make sure we get a vacuum before I push in the hydrogen. Oh, power, I guess, technically. Let's go over here. So that's starting up. I want to specify nuclear waste. There's a liquid nuclear. Yeah, liquid nuclear waste, I guess. Get that to go connect like that. That connect. Sending some, hopefully, water up. Nuclear waste this direction. That's good. And, oh. Oh, this is taking some damage. Maybe that actually is too big. Oh, we've lost it all. So maybe this was a mistake. Or maybe I should have gotten bigger, but just not as bigger. I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be a little bit more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Right, we'll see where we get with that. I think, actually, you know what? I feel like it might be smart if we, I say smart, it's going to make those bust. You know what, I'll just give it a chance and we'll see what it does again. We can try this system out. We'll send hydrogen in here. Oh, maybe get rid of that. We don't want hydrogen to leak out into the base. Oh, I said we don't want hydrogen to leak out into the base. Send that like that. Disconnect that. Okay, so there we are. We've got our new hydrogen system. And just validate. I don't know if did I do this? I think I did. You just can't quite see it that well. With that, we no longer need hydrogen stored in here. So what I'll do is I'll just direct this to go around it. Let's see, maybe converge like this down there. And have that go in priorities. Which priority should... I guess it doesn't... Yeah, if we want to drain these guys out quicker, maybe priority such that we empty the tanks first. So, okay, if we want to do that, we got to stop feeding those tanks. Right. Make sure this is still connected because we might still get a tiny bit of hydrogen up here, though. I don't think we're going to get a lot. Unless I've got an open electrolyzer that I've missed. I don't think so. Alright, back over here. All about... Okay, so have we taken care of the water situation? Over here in the hydrogen situation. Oh, right. I haven't mapped out what I'm going to do down here. Maybe the easiest thing is to... Oh, I want this to be consumed at priority with this. Just a sec. Alright, just going to load water in like this. That should only be needed in this situation. I actually run out of polluted water from down here. But if it ever does happen, I want to know that I've got extra water loading in. And it appears we do. Excellent. While I wait for more cooling over here on this asteroid, decided to move my Great Hall. So we've got a Great Hall with much more decoration going in here, keeping that close to the kitchen area, restoring our food, cooking process and all that. Taking advantage of all the gold, so we'll have gold flooring all around. Get some amber here for some hanging fossil blocks. More construction going on here. Okay, so we're under 200 in this zone. We need to get to, what was it, 60 or something like that, 70. So we're making good progress. A little bit of artwork needed to finish this off. Decommissioning the old spot where the dupes used to eat. Now they'll be eating over here. Just check out the decor. Pretty green in there. Might as well do some cleanup. I think I discovered a problem. I'm realizing that yes, nuclear fallout needs to be cooled. That's going to take it down. Well, maybe this won't be a problem. This takes it down to this form. Once it's here, then it's uncomfortable 26. It becomes, yeah. I might actually switch this out for petroleum. The cooling liquid that's inside there. So what I'm doing, I'm getting, instead of sending water in for now, we'll turn that off for a second. And we'll send a connection into where we're making petroleum. We've got lots of crude oil lined up. It's coming from over here. We've got a little bit in here as well. Maybe we don't need the plastic though. I'll hold off on any more plastic production. Building a pipe on this asteroid to accept the petroleum down. But yeah, I might have to drain out the nuclear waste that's there first. Just wondering if it's going to be a simple process or not to get this out especially since I just have the reverse option there. Take that, take that, take that. Okay, good. This will have the added benefit. I won't have to worry about this leaking. Nuclear waste. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Have that go in this direction. Like so. Put this back in. Connect that. Reverse that. That. And of course this guy. Let's see if we have any petroleum on the way in. We do. Short little outage of not having coolant here has allowed the temperature to rise. It's kind of as if this insulation here is just not strong enough. Is that where the heat's coming from? I'm a little confused of where our massive amount of heat. Oh, I did not notice that. Okay, what about that tile? That tile's fine. Okay. This guy is where the heat is coming from. Take that, and we'll take this guy out. Okay, so now we get petroleum going through the line. It's a priority of getting this little section done. And after this, maybe this will be the difference here. Yeah, because the setup here is just going to take a bit. It's great for producing power, but not what I'm trying to do for the moment. Why is nobody building? There we go. There we go. Rocks on it. Oh yeah, that's right. Rock's the only dupe that can cut through the obsidian, I think. Okay. We'll see what this does. Obviously, we're going to put that back too. Thing I haven't done much of is put in recreational buildings for the dupes. So we're going to put that in here. Have some party lines, an arcade, jukebox, and all the electrical work around it that's needed. Feel like I may not have gotten very far with this today. I might try a little bit further. I only just kind of redid this. Let's just double check that. Almost kind of looks like this is, it says abyssalite, even though it's kind of questioned. It almost looks like 50-50. Though I think we are good. If it says abyssalite, I'll trust it. 300 and some. Figured it'd be nice if the dupes over here could chat with the dupes back home. As I look at this further, I'm realizing the problem we might have is actually the hot abyssalite. I keep forgetting that might be an issue. So, back in here once again. At least go over that much. In this direction, how best to feel like we definitely have enough. In fact, probably want to get some of the nuclear fallout out. I'm kind of thinking this might work a little bit better if it was a bit thinner. The other thing I'm going to do is insulate like this. Though, I wonder before I do that. I think maybe this is the key. Whoops, if I can click that right, that might be the key tile to build at the moment. And maybe just for the moment, we'll do this too. I'll have to open that out and figure out how this is going to dip in, but we can do that later on. Alright, so I've gotten close to 100 degrees. Found the problem. It was just some abyssalite. keep going till we get about 70 and hopefully get some nuclear waste down here. And then I'll figure out what to do from there. We are getting close to 70. So how this is going to work, I think, we'll need to maintain below 70 here. And let it slowly increase and then open up in this direction. Oh, there we have liquid nuclear waste inside this area for the first time in a long time. I'll let that condense because I'm thinking I actually want... Okay, now we're seeing the nuclear fallout kind of go this way. I feel like we will want... Oh, a little bit of water in there too. Might want to mop it up, take some of that out. Maybe just have it dumped here for the time being. I'm going to open up here once again. A little bit of mopping. Have that dropped out of here. We've thinned out our nuclear fallout a bit just by doing this. We haven't had solid nuclear waste for the moment. So now we've got a problem in that the liquid aqua tuner here has a pipe that's broken. Shoot. Alright, I'm going to do something I probably should have done a long time ago, was make a double liquid airlock. I'll start that right in this zone. Black hole just ate my game and realized I had it set to only save every 20 cycles, so we had to go back a little bit. Rebuild what I can. Did I at least have my projects over? Oh, wow, this is going back a bit. A bit. What a pain, what a pain. Alright, well, what I might do is... This is going really far, but I'll double check if I've got any other save points. This is 361. Taking a little bit of time just to insulate around here. And do the airlock right after that. Just realized, why didn't I make the liquid airlock on this side? I guess this time I'll do exactly that, because I already have a vacuum. This would just leave to me with needing to put in petroleum. Some petroleum right there. Eventually we'll need to have a ladder system to reach this section. Wait for the petroleum though, because I don't want nuclear fallout to go out over here. Yeah, so petroleum going in. Temperatures dropping again. We got to get back down. Probably thin it out again. Okay, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, do we still need to go in here? No, not for the time being. Okay, so now we're able to access this zone without having to destroy, recreate that anymore. So that's something a little bit cleaner this time around. Once again, we've made liquid nuclear waste. Mop some of this up. Send it out here. We are getting... Oh, I see solid nuclear waste just informs tiles that need to be dug out. So we'll do that. I'm just wondering if we need to get rid of this steam. Make just pure small amount of nuclear waste. Wait for this last little bit here to convert to water, get it out. And we'll see what we can do with connecting. I've also been extending this over just in case this is needed. See, we've got sour gas in here. That's a little annoying because this was supposed to be a vacuum area. I'm not entirely sure how the sour gas got there. I do see nuclear waste. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Fairly thin, but still a little annoying. I do see a little bit more steam, so I might just give this a little bit more time to cool off. Turn to liquid. Building some pumps in here. See if we can re-establish this vacuum. At the same time, I see a very small amount of liquid nuclear waste. Might actually need to get more. Oh, there's some more over here too, isn't there? Alright, so let's open that up. Because we don't need those random ladders. We'll see if we can get this going then. Start off just going this far and exposing ourselves to some hot abyssalite. We'll see where we can get with this. So we've got nuclear fallout. Vacuum right here. Maybe that's just a little too thin. Give that a second, but I might go ahead and send in a little bit more. So what if I just took... Okay, hold on. Maybe don't mop forever, because I don't want to have crazy... Okay, it's just a very small amount. 200. That's water. 258. Liquid. 700. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we are taking down a little bit of nuclear waste. I see some solid kind of doing this dance, but we need to get this guy opened up. Got under 100 kilograms. We'll see how we do with that. See if this kicks off the process or not. Okay, so we've got 90 kilograms of liquid there. We've got 6 there. I guess we need to have enough so that it would drip down, huh? Or I had like regular tiling. Okay, this is where I need to think. So I'm thinking of insulating, making regular tiles, but just before I do that, just put the nuclear waste right there. I'm a little bit nervous if I make the granite tiles that'll make it too strong. So I've got to make sure we're able to convert. Okay, what do I get here? 40, maybe make that 45. Is this liquid? It's going to turn at 26. We've got 8 degrees in there. Okay, so this nuclear waste is coming up, but we're having trouble getting it back down. Okay, I'm wondering if I should have done more vertical design. It's kind of too late in my mind to do that at the moment. So rather than making granite tiles, I figured why don't we just bring the petroleum a little bit closer. I can bring it even closer if need be. And we will do... I don't know if I should. Let's give it a go. Let's give this a go. Do this much. Maybe block it in so it can only get out so far. But we've got to make sure, from my understanding, that we get this liquid in contact with this hot stuff. Okay, we're kind of not wanting this situation where we, you know what? Let's just be adventurous. How about we do this right here? Okay, so now we should be getting this liquid, not continuously though. Okay, so we've got nuclear fallout heading up here. Condensing. I'm just not able. Maybe we do need more. That's 600. 100. Let's do this. Relocate this to right there. Take this guy. Open it up. Just get the feeling like we're going to need to come out just a little bit more. Okay, alright. I see what looks like the creation here of the liquid. So we're converting nuclear fallout. Maybe the distance doesn't have to be as far as I thought it needed to be. Though, is this system losing in terms of, is this slowly going up and up? 54. It might just 55. It might slowly be losing the battle. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll let this run for a bit and see where we can get with this. So bringing this the full way. I'm a little bit nervous that this is going to result in... we are entirely just with liquid right now. But that liquid is just not coming into contact with the magma. What if we take this guy out? Extend this line like that and that. I'm just fearing that we're actually going to be too hot here to cool this off. 100, is that going down or up? That's the question. Because if that just goes up too fast, this isn't going to work. 150. Alright, I'll let this run for a bit and see where we can get it. We are clearly losing the battle as it is now, so just going to insulate around like that. Not looking great. Maybe we'll keep insulating. So we've just gotten too hot. So I've insulated here. We're going to condense this. I don't know where we're going to go from there, but let's see if I can figure out something. So unfortunately, we have to go in here to fix this pipe right there. So we're not actually doing any cooling at the moment. I was wondering why temperature was not going down. Get rid of some of this nuclear waste in this area. And then we'll see about popping in here, taking care of that, and carrying on if we can. Giving the command to take this down, to do a repair, and then cold damage. Actually, did I ever check petroleum? Where do we take cold damage? Liquid petroleum. Just regular petroleum. Negative 57. No, we're not going to have... That shouldn't be the issue. Okay, anyway, patched up. And doing cooling. Unless this guy, I think, what he might have made a comment that might need to be a little bit closer, though. You would think at 45 we should be safe. We'll see. We'll see if I need to do this again or not. Wondering if what's called for is simply needing a second thermal echo tuner. I figure if we're going to need that, we'll probably also need another steam turbine. Need a little bit of more steel. So we'll get our metal refinery cranked up. Let's see what we can get with two of these guys. Just noticed the automation wire wasn't actually connected there. I don't know if it was connected or melted at some point, but that would explain why we were having issues with that pipe. We need to be able to turn it off at times. So let's make sure that automation wire gets put back or puts in place. If it was never. Open this up for another one of these guys. We'll see if we can collect a little bit more steel from this asteroid. I should use this opportunity to get rid of the petroleum and nuclear waste and that. Just keeping it pure water, steam. Oh, power too. Let's not forget that. Oh, did not realize that I had not put in, it's not a double airlock. Figure we'll just put in 2 more transformers to make this work. Conductive wire going through up to here. Oh, we mopped up the water too, of course. Alright, let's get rid of that last little bit of petroleum. Seal this off, put in some water. See, we've got a small amount, 6 kilograms, plus a little bit over here. Okay, perfect. Let's do, oh no, not regular tiles. Seal that off. Alright, with that, let's add in some water. We have that as steam, good. Let's go down here. Now, part I'm not quite sure what to do. You know what, let's just start with a small amount of nuclear waste here with 2 thermoequituners. Really? You weren't able to destroy that? Okay, Rock, show us what you can do. There we go. What is happening? Whoa, what is happening? Whoa, what is happening? Okay, this might actually be bad news because that's increasing the pressure. But me... Was not expecting this. What is happening? Okay, so we've got, vacuum up here. But we are leaking down liquid nuclear waste. That's slowly finding its way up so that it can turn back and condense again in this small little opening. This is cool. I think maybe I have it. I'm not going to celebrate just yet, but this is not what I thought was going to happen. Okay, we are dripping nuclear waste down. Wasn't expecting. Oh no, 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 no. Shoot, shoot. Ah, it was too good to be true. Um. Oh. I. What did we just see? Like, that was kind of nice up into a point, and then not so much anymore. Ah, I'm not understanding. um. Yeah, so we're getting true here, but yeah, no liquid. Yeah, can't make its round. The I don't know if I was close or I just we just witnessed something very strange. Oh, okay. Not exactly. This there's no way that there's no way. There's no way. I don't know where to go from here. I don't have a clue. Let's just take that out because that's just not gonna be a thing. Slowly pop this out so we can get that to drain. That's just gonna add obviously way too much heat though, which is not great. Now we get sour gas. But I need to reestablish these. Maybe take that out just for so that there's room for this stuff to go. We need to patch that up because that's not gonna be a good thing. So I probably need to get rid of this sour gas. Fortunately. We're gonna do some cooling of this gas and then get it out of here. It's too hot for the petroleum. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that line's just should just be regular piping and that. Yeah, take that out. Take that out. That's not working. That's not working. Just start with regular granite piping for now. From there to there to there. And slate there, 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 and there. Okay, so having that as regular pipes is a little bit better. Gotten that down. I think we're at the point where petroleum is not going to run into problems. If we change this out. Let's cool down a bit, so we're going to build 2 pumps. Vent that out. Well, I don't know where I'm going to go after that, but we'll see. For the longest time, food was not an issue. It's not on this asteroid, but it certainly is on the other asteroid. Make sure we top up 800 calories, 13,000, 20,000, or 200,000 almost. Okay, that's in pemmican. All right, that's going to give us a little bit more time to experiment. Pumps, first pump running. Sour gas thinning out. My next test is to ask the question, can chlorine help? I'm just curious. I've got a bunch of chlorine here. I'm just curious if we can use that as an insulator in between. I guess the question is, does chlorine go above or below nuclear fallout? If it goes below, that would be really awesome. I have a feeling that's not going to be the case. Well, we'll find out here pretty soon. The other thought I have is maybe I just need to pump the nuclear waste to the drop-off and do this more horizontally. Let's see here. We've got a little bit of chlorine. Actually, don't need to... Yeah, it's probably end up just going to be needing to pump this out. Okay, so there's some chlorine gas. See the nuclear fallouts kind of on the bottom. Chlorine's on the top. It's the opposite that I would want it to be. So I don't think that's going to be a great option. Now I've got chlorine here I have to worry about. Great. But the other option is pumping the liquid that we get to the site rather than what I'm doing just now. Actually, I don't even know if we need that. Maybe what we could do instead, drop that off there to igneous rock. Build a pump up in this zone. Once this actually turns to our desired liquid. That would even be enough. Oh, right, the pumps. Keep going with this design, see what we can get. Alright, chlorine gas. Yeah, there's no way I'm pumping nuclear fallout gas up because it's way too hot. That's not happening. Just decided to put that pump up here. Oh, but the pump steel. Yeah, we're gonna need steel. In fact, steel might not even be enough. Now we've got to get a little bit of liquid out of the line. Now we have our pump running. We are dropping nuclear waste right here. It's dry though. That's probably because the sour gas, as well as chlorine. Sour gas may have been a little bit of petroleum. I think we need to get that all other type of gas. Maybe what I'll do is I'll build a spot up here to get rid of the other gases. We are having some success. I'm getting nuclear waste. I wish this was kind of more consistently running, but at the same time, maybe should I risk opening this up a bit? Maybe not without doing that. Just so we can really get the nuclear fallout to come back in sufficient quantities. Maybe dig that out. I don't know if taking that out makes any sense or not, but I'll do it anyway. This is set up to get rid of some of the other gas. A little bit of chlorine in there is going away. Okay. The cooling line. Maybe it's not enough petroleum that I've taken out. Is there something I can do other than... just a sec. Let's see if I can get rid of some of the liquid. Get that flowing. Okay. Appears to be flowing. Again. Liquid here. Seems to be working, but does this actually do anything? I may just have to let it run for a while, but maybe we got something. Maybe this is interesting. Question is this losing the battle in the sense that this line here, is that able to keep up? Is that maintaining or not? I'm not sure, but we may have to just let it run for a bit. 40, 46, 48, it's... and then back down, and then back... oh, as long as it keeps going back down. And there's two of these guys. It's off at the moment. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Maybe this is it. Okay, so we are reading right next to this where this is being dropped off, 1438. This system over here is 1469. So yeah, maybe there's something to this. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. Maybe next time there could be two things. I could come back and just let this run while I do something else and see where we get. Or maybe there's something that needs to be tweaked. Anyway, something I'll decide next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you playing more Oxygen Not Included another time.